Hello, this is Lorraine McNulty of builderblog.co. Today is part 5 of our 5-part series on using HTML in your WordPress blog. Today we're going to look at a very popular WordPress theme called OptimizePress. It's used extensively for squeeze pages, landing pages, sales pages. You can see here an example of a standard squeeze page that's set up from OptimizePress simply by going to the plugin in your dashboard, clicking on Instant Pages and picking one of the templates. So this is the template that it produces. Now a lot of these OptimizePress pages all look the same because they use a standard template, and it would be nice to jazz them up a little bit. So I'm going to show you how, just by using some simple HTML coding, how we're going to jazz this page up slightly to make it look slightly different. So we head back over to our page in the dashboard, and we're going to scroll down to the squeeze page options here, and we're looking for headline options. So we just click on that to expand the box, and the headline that this template uses is actually shown here. So here's the verbiage typed in here, which you can see displayed in red here. We can pick the color we want here, so we could pick blue, and if we save that and went back to the original page, you'd see that the headline is now blue, but it's all blue, and we may want it to be slightly different from that. So we're just going to scroll back down here, and we're going to change this back to a red color. So we're actually going to make the word headline in this headline, we're going to change the color of that to a blue. And we do that simply by adding some HTML code directly into the headline box here. So we're just going to type in the following: span space style equals, and then the code for the color. It's color. I'll actually type all this below the video so you can either copy and paste or see it more clearly. We're going to put the color code in here. We're just going to pick a standard blue. That's the code for that. So that gives us our first bracket of code, and then after headline we just need to close out that code. By ending the span style there. Okay, and now we're just going to simply save the draft so we can see the effect of that. So if we refresh the page, we'll see we have red text and the word headline in blue. And we can actually add some more different colors to this as well, simply by adding some more code to the other words. So we simply copy that code and we add it before the word that we want to change, and we have to remember to close out the code with the correct terminology, would help. And then if we just save that again and refresh the page, see we now have both the words in blue there. You can do this for a whole line of text or 2 lines. You could make these different colors. If we wanted to just make it a little fancier and we wanted to change the color, we could simply change the color code here, and you can get the color codes from the internet, or most graphic programs will tell you what the color codes are. So let's, for example, make this one an orange color. So again, we'll just save that preview that. And there we have two different colours there. So basically you set your main options in here, the font size, the weight, the styles and spacing in here, but you can change those by using basic HTML in the header box here. Another thing that you can do is actually add a hyperlink to a word in the headline. So say for example we wanted to add a link onto the word video, we would simply add the hyperlink code surrounding the word or phrase that we want to add as a link. In this case I'm just going to add a link to my blog, and we save that and just refresh the page again, and you'll see that the word video now, when you hover over it, has actually become a hyperlink, and if I click on that, it will take me to my blog. One of the other things that we can do, and you see this occasionally, is if you don't want to actually use this text but you want to create your own text in the form of an image, you can simply add that by adding the image into your media library in the normal way. I've just prepared one here, so you'll see this is just a text image created in Word with word art and taken as a screen capture to make a JPEG. You basically just need to copy the file URL of the uploaded image, and we go back to Optimize Press, Template, and our headline, and we're just going to get rid of all of this text here, and we're going to add the image instead. So we just type in the code for that with the URL, and we click Save. And now when we refresh the page, instead of the text you actually see the image in the headlines. In that way you can make the headline as jazzy as you want it to be. So those are just a few ways of using HTML to jazz up your Optimize Press theme, and I'll include some more of the HTML code that you could use below the video. So thanks for watching. This is Lorraine McNulty from builderblog.co.